Hi, it's Therese in Lostinpaper, and today I'm back to colour with you. I have a very clean and simple card, but it does have a few steps to it, so I'll just walk you through it. I have this Neat and Tangled set, which is a really cute set, and I think it works really well for children's cards, so that's what this is going to be today. And I'm using the monkey who's floating with a balloon because I have this fabulous, it's from Jelly Bean Soup, and basically it's a pre-cut card base that has a window in the front, and these windows, like, there's all different shapes, and the windows actually have matching shaker elements, or PVC shaker wells, and I've got the shaker well for this cloud card. It's so beautiful. Obviously you can use this card with the die cut hole in the front of it, without the window, without the shaker element, but children love interactive cards, and that's why I thought I'd be playing with this one today. I've used my Misty to stamp out my image just with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I'm doing some Prismacolor pencil colouring. Now these cards aren't white, they are an off-white, and they have some texture or some tooth to the actual cardstock. So I'm not using any blending solution. You could though, because it is actually really quite a thick cardstock, but I'm just using the pencil, and that way I'm getting a little bit of added texture with the pencil. I'm just coming in and adding lots of layers. I'm not pressing very hard on the pencil at all. And it actually, this little monkey colours up really well. It's a cutie. The good thing about Prismacolor pencils is that you can actually add different colours and layer up different colours to create your own colour. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. But anyway, look, another balloon. I have had a thing for balloons lately, and as you know, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know I've been practicing colouring balloons, and I actually really like how this one turned out with the pencil. It's a really subtle kind of colour. I did leave a white highlight this time up in the right corner. I've been trying to do that. I think it gives it that sort of shine, but lots of practice. I've got to keep practicing. And this is why I use the Misty, because then I can re-stamp my image again with the Onyx Black ink, and it just helps make those outlines on my little monkey nice and sharp again. And of course I had to ground the image, but the ground wasn't anywhere near the monkey's feet because he's floating so that you can see him through the shaky cloud. I know, it's fun, isn't it? I have a Sentiments from the same set. I'm just going to be heat embossing it with some white embossing powder, and this is just on a scrap of bright green cardstock. I couldn't even tell you where this piece of cardstock came from, other than it's out of my stash of scraps, and now it's in the scrap bin. Alright, so the dye I'm using is from Chat Bubbles, which is a penny black dye. It's a solid dye, and this is a little trick to help line up a solid dye, because I can't see where the actual sentiment is through the dye. I've just come in with another die cut window that I've already created in some white cardstock, and I can simply just tape everything in place. You have to tape it to the piece of the back piece of cardstock, as well as to the die cut one, and then it will cut out perfectly. Now mine doesn't look perfect, it looks off center, but that was done because I wanted to add a little stripy top to my speech bubble, and this is just out of an MFT paper pad, which is called Black and White, and it's a nice little angled stripe. I thought it worked. Just added a bit of detail to a very clean and simple card. I'm going to pop my speech bubble up on some green fun foam and set that aside to dry while I work on my window. Now I want to be able to see through this window, and this was my dilemma. I wanted to be able to see through the shakers to the monkey that I've coloured on the inside of the card. So therefore I needed to use acetate on the inside, but I didn't want to see the acetate. So this is how I kind of got around that. First I've got to create my shaker element. So I've popped the shaker window in place. Now it has, one side has like a sticky adhesive, which I'm just removing the release paper now. And then I've cut a piece of acetate to fit over the back to make sure that all my little, and these are the Queen & Co toppings, they're the Pops 3, they're really cute, nice, bright, perfect for a children's card, and then they're just held in place by that piece of acetate. Now I have a piece of cardstock you might have seen me cutting an oval shape in. It's from My Mind's Eye. It's a really old paper pad that I've been hoarding for years, called My Girl. I'm sure it's not available now, but it really is a beautiful paper pad. And I've die cut the oval window. Now I'm not 100% happy with how this looks. I could have actually just cut out the window with a pair of scissors, but I didn't really want to do that either. I initially was going to cut a larger oval and then just have some of it showing, and I think in retrospect that probably would have looked a little bit better. But anyway, it looks better than seeing the acetate, and it's a nice, bright, fun element to the inside of a kid's card. And then all that's left to do is pop up my speech bubble and, of course, give it a shake. So that's it for my card today. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back again real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.